You know, because I'm into watches, I like to watch other people's watch videos. So I'm watching this one here.
Screw here. So once you take this out, stick it out, you'll be able to push the pin that is inside.
It is how to resize an Omega Seamaster watch 2018 link removal, right? Right? Straightforward. He tells how to do it and everything. And the replies are hilarious. I mean, the comments, you got like, my screws won't budge. You know, did you do anything to yours to get to unscrew easier? And the guy's like, no, I just unscrewed it, right? And then there's another comment. It goes, you don't show how to unscrew. This video is useless unless you show how to remove screws, which don't turn no matter what you do, right? And I'm just looking at it, like, oh my God, you know. And then so his reply, the guy who made the video says, well, I didn't show how to unscrew because I thought it wasn't necessary. I didn't use anything else. Make sure you apply pressure and use acetone. Seems like you'll have Loctite. I don't get it. I helped my buddy remove a link. It was easy. You know, so that it's like, to him it's easy, to someone else it's really difficult. So I figure I'll make this video and explain to you exactly what to do. All right, guys, so first I will explain and then I will demonstrate. All right, so first you have to understand how screws work. I don't mean to sound demeaning, just bear with me, right? So here we have the screw slot, right? And of course, as you all know, the 2018 one got a little screw for a cap, then you got a pole, you know, and then the screw on the other end, you remove the two screws, you push the pole out, all right? So, but that's besides the point. The issue the people were having is that this screw won't budge, right? It just won't budge no matter, it won't move, etc., right? So I can imagine that, you know, what would be happening is that they'll try it and they'll end up damaging the screw, and maybe it'll slip and scratch the bracelet and everything. Now, all that could be avoided with proper equipment and technique. And believe me, this is the Omega way. You know, there is no, you know, fancy smancy. It's just, you know, you and your screwdriver. But it is not just any screwdriver or anything like that. You know, you got to do specifically, exactly, and precisely, okay? So here's a slot, right? Imagine this is parallel, okay? Now, you need, let me draw it like this too. You know, so, all right. So first you must have a screwdriver at the exact length, okay? And that's not all, guys. The screwdriver must be the exact same shape, all right? Exact same shape. Now, chances are the screwdrivers you got at home is not the same length and it's not the same shape, and that'll just ruin you, right? Because you need to exert force this way as well as downwards this way, right? Now, when you push it down and you turn it, right, any part of the screwdriver that's not a perfect fit will cause you to slip, right? For example, if your screwdriver is one of these things, right, and your slot is like this, right, when you turn, right, the turning pressure is going to force this out. You know what I mean? So you need something that is exactly the same shape as the screw itself, all right? So that's number one. You need the perfect screwdriver, right? So over the years, I have all these like screwdriver sets. Let me see. So let's say you're watching that video on YouTube, and then you're like, okay, they say you need a 1.5. You look through your selection. Okay, here's a 1.5. And then you go at it and you're trying your best. It's not working. It comes out, it slips and everything. And then you're like, oh, this is impossible, right? There must be something, you know, no, but it's not that it's impossible. It's that your screwdriver tip's messed up, right? This is an unacceptable tip. So this is trash, guys, right? So you go and you find a good 1.5. You're like, okay, fine. Here is a good 1.5 right here. Let's get the job done. And then you're going at it, you're like, and it slips and it damages your screw and everything. And it's like, my God, this screw is impossible. There must be some sort of secret way of doing it. No, right? The thing is, you're not using the proper screwdriver. Check the screwdriver out, guys. Look at, let me see. Here we go. Look at this. Right? It slopes ever so slightly. You see what I mean? Right? So I'll try to draw it for you. So instead of it being perfectly straight like this, right, with a perfectly square end, right, it kind of comes out this way a bit, which is how they make screwdrivers, guys, right? So any bend at the point that's inserted into the screw, right, will cause it to slip out. And you don't want it to slip out. You want to keep it in there, right? So what you have to do is that once you find the proper width, you got to adjust. Well, if you buy like those, like, you know, high-end watchmaker screwdrivers, then you don't have to do any of this. But using screwdrivers that are just simply small, you're gonna have to fix this issue, okay? You got to remove any curvature of the end, right? Look at this. I think it's even, what is this? It is kind of like got a bevel to it at the very corner too. Do you see that beveling? Something like that, right? You don't want any of that. I put this on the raised surface like this here pad, hold it exactly at a 90-degree angle, and stroke. It's a little smaller. I think if I do it one more time, we'll get the width, proper width. Okay. So you can basically feel it if it isn't quite exact. Like you put it in and it isn't going deep enough, you know, and then you turn it lightly, not using any downward force, it just slips right out. Yep, see? It just slips right out, giving you no resistance. That's not the proper screwdriver. Let me see if I can angle it this way for you, right? It's in the groove, very little pressure, and then you give it a small light turn. Alright, and as you can see, with very light pressure, right, the screwdriver does not move. So now we have a pretty close fitting screwdriver, right? As you can see, turning it even like moves everything else. So now you got a good size screwdriver over here now. Alright, good size, good shape. I squared off the edges and everything. Right, I try my best to make it as flat as possible. You know, I ain't got all day, but this is just for demonstration purposes, okay? All right, now put the link you want to remove, like find a slot that fits snugly. Right, find the one that's good and snug. I wonder if it's all the same. Better not be, right? Let's try the sideways one. How's this? Still wiggly. Wiggly. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. I found a part that does not move. Here we go. And you can see this is kind of like raised, right? So you may want to support the other edge with a notepad or something so it doesn't bend. Okay. Now you take a screwdriver. Right. Now you hold everything real tight. You put lightly into the slot here. All right. Lightly. Make sure it's straight up and down. Okay. Apply force down and turn. And don't turn too many degrees. Turn a little at a time. Actually it's still kind of tight. And there. Alright. So thanks for watching my video, guys. Take it easy. Now I gotta reassemble the bracelet.